everyone, good day, especially to our teacher, Ma'am Gabriela Terencio. So by the way, I am Jinky Rose V. Marfil, first year student taking up Bachelor of Science in Secondary Education, major in English. So I am from SETC and I am a group leader of this activity, which is Group 1 and a group presentation activity. So before I will start, I will introduce my group mates
So
first,
this is me,
or my
Jinky
group
Rose B.
member
Marfil,
first.
a group leader, and here's my group members. Cherry B. De Jesus, and the given task to her is the topic overview. Shirley Canoy, who will discuss about what is multilingualism. Jocelyn Mahinay, who will discuss what is multilingualism person. Ebenezer P. Lakay, who will discuss the types of multilingualism. Angel Joy Gasmin, who will discuss the types of minority. Chrislyn Joy Bihidor, who will discuss what is bilingualism. And Marjorie Adrias, who will discuss what is social bilingualism. So here's our group presentation. So here's our topic overview. Multilingualism is a challenging field both because of the complexity stemming from diverse interdisciplinary interests and because of the number of variables involved in multilingualism. But although by now a more realistic view of multilingualism appears to be established as a norm, the monolingual yardstick is still prevalent in most methodologies used in bi- and multilingualism studies. Multilingualism is also generally understood to mean knowledge of more languages than a native language. It is a language term that moves from monolingualism, knowing one language, or beyond bilingualism, knowing two languages, into real of knowing many of multiple languages. And the language and contact. It is a contact between people speaking different languages can have a wide variety of outcomes. In some cases, only few words are borrowed. In others, whole new languages may be formed. It is also the result of such contact is differ according to several factors, including the length and intensity of contact between the groups and the types of social, economic, and political relationship between them. Most languages have been influenced at one time or another by contact, resulting varying degrees or transfer of features from one to another. Transfer of this kind does not even require speakers of the different languages to have actual contact. It can be accomplished through book learning by teachers who then pass on the new vocabulary to other speakers via literature, religions, texts, dictionaries, and so on. A language in contact is one such situation rather rare today. It involves contact between relatively small groups leading in extensive multilingualism and diffusion of both vocabulary and grammar across their languages.
Good day everyone, this is Shirley and I am here to discuss multilingualism. Multilingualism is a complex, vibrant, and ever-intriguing phenomenon. Today, the significance of multilingualism has spilled over its local and private roles into having a much broader global importance, and it is one of the most essential social practices in the world. What is multilingualism anyway? But before that, let me show you some pictures. Now that you saw all the pictures shown, I guess you already have an idea what actually multilingualism is. Multilingualism is referred to the use of three or more languages either by an individual speaker or by community of speakers. It is the presence of a number of languages in one country, community, or city. Multilingualism is the ability to speak several languages. To tell you, the question what is multilingualism is not simple as it looks at first sight, because decades have spent on heated discussions about what kind of person a multilingual is. Definitions and descriptions of various communities which are labeled as multilingual vary in their accounts. Did you know it is believed that multilingual speakers outnumber monolingual speakers in the world's population? So whatever country you may think of right now, there are multilingual speakers and multilingual communities present in that country. According to Flynn 2016, multilingualism is a natural state of humankind, which I definitely agreed on because in the first place, human has innate capacity to learn language. And as Chomsky argues, your ability to speak another dialect version of your first language is a form of multilingualism. That is the end of my report. Remember that multilingualism is the ability to speak three or more languages.
What is multilingualism person? Individual multilingualism is sometimes referred to as plurilingualism. The Council of Europe website defines plurilingualism as the repertoire of varieties of language which many individuals use, so that some individuals are monolingual and some are plurilingual. In contrast, multilingualism is understood as the presence in a geographical area, large or small, of more than one variety of language. In such an area, individual may be monolingual, speaking only their own variety. In distinctions is the same as the most widely used distinctions between individual and societal multilingualism. However, plurilingualism was also used by Moore and Gaho 2009 to highlight the focus on the individual as the locus and actor of contrast. P138 in a holistic view of multilingualism.
Good day, especially to our very own instructor, Ma'am Gabriela Marie Terencio. By the way, I'm Ebenezer Lakay from Group 1. And for now, I would like to discuss the different types of multilingualism. Well, based on my reading, useful distinction of different types of multilingualism can be made between receptive or passive and productive or active. Another aspect that should be reckoned with is additive or subtractive tendencies. Additive, in terms of multilingualism, it is usually occurs when both languages continue to be useful and valued. The subtractive also is a variety typically reflects a setting in which one language is more dominant and the other less used. And based on the research that I found, I really know that additive and subtractive is the most important types of multilingualism because additive is learning of second language does not interfere with first language, and it is the English speaker in Quebec often learn French to upgrade business skills. The subtractive also is learning of second language thus interfere, replace with first language and successive U.S. immigrant generations. Eventually, it become monolingual in English speakers. And for now, before I end this video, I would like to say thank you and God bless everyone. That's all, guys, and I love you so much.
Good day everyone, I am Angel Joy Yasmin, a Best Ed English student from SETC. Today I will discuss the types of minority. These types of minority has three types. First is the unique, and the second one is the non-unique, and the third one is the local only. Unique. This type of minority language only exists in one state, for instance, Britain in France, and the non-unique. This type of minority language exists in two or more states but in a subordinate position. For example, Frisian in Netherlands and Germany. Lastly is the local only. This type of minority language is a minority in one setting, but a majority in another. For instance, French in Canada, and French in France. And that's all for today. Thank you and goodbye.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Christine Joy P. Bihidor, taking up Bachelor of Secondary Education major in English 1C. Today, I am going to discuss what is bilingualism. Bilingualism could be simply defined as the ability and knowledge to use two languages where such individuals can be more specifically thought of as balanced bilinguals. This notion is supported by Butler and Hakuta 2006, Chins and Wigglesworth 2007, Baker 2011, and Pablinko 2012. Defining bilingualism accurately, however, is problematic, since individuals with different backgrounds such as age of language acquisition, language proficiency, and language use may all be categorized as being bilinguals according to Franson 2009. The number of people who can speak multiple languages can be recognized, and as such, various types and levels of bilinguals are evident. Bilingualism or being bilingual can therefore no longer be defined as one specific type. A person may be bilingual by virtue of having grown up learning and using two languages simultaneously, or this is what we call simultaneous bilingualism. Or they may become bilingual by learning second language sometimes after their first language. This is known as sequential bilingualism. As you can see, it's quite difficult to capture the notion of bilingualism. Even Grosjean 1982 point out that we need to consider a holistic view of bilingualism because bilingual should not be considered as the sum total of two or incomplete monolinguals.
What is social bilingualism? Social bilingualism embodies linguistic dimension of individual bilingualism, a host of social, attitudinal, educational, and historical aspect of bilingualism. Primarily determine the nature of social bilingualism. Social bilingualism refers to the interrelationship between linguistic and non-linguistic factors such as social evaluation, value judgment of bilingualism, which determines the nature of language contact, language maintenance and shift, and bilingual education, among others. Social bilingualism is a broad term used to refer to any kind of bilingualism or multilingualism at the level of social organization beyond the individual or nuclear family. By this definition, almost every country and region of the world has some degree of social bilingualism. Social bilingualism occurs among people living in specific region who form different groups, be the majority of or minority. For instance, like in India and United States, their immigrants lose their native language and turn monolinguistic in English. Some societies accept and values bilingualism, but not all value and accepting bilingualism. It is even banned in public and educational arenas. Social bilingualism is simple. It is the use of two languages in society.
So once again, good day. So that is our group video presentation. So the task that was given to us is the task number 7 or week number 7, and the topic there is about the multilingualism and the language contact. So it includes about what is multilingualism, multilingualism person, types of multilingualism, types of minority, what is bilingualism, and what is social bilingualism. And for the summary of our topic, when we say multilingualism, it is the ability or it is the use of 3 or more languages. And what is multilingualism person? Multilingual person. So when we say multilingual person, it is those person who has the ability to use 3 or more languages. It refers to the person who is using that language. And the types of multilingualism is that they additive and subtractive. So when we say additive, it is when the learning of the second language does not interfere with the first language. So by this additive, when a particular person is learning his or her second language, it cannot be interfere with the second language that he or she learned. So from the word additive, from the word add or addition, it means the learnings of a particular person will be added. So the next one is subtractive. So when we say subtractive, it is the learning of second language thus interfere or replace with the first language. So by the word subtractive, it means subtract or take away or decreases. So when a particular person is learning his or her second language, the learnings of him or she will be decreases. So for the types of minority, there are three basis distinction or type of minority: the unique, non-unique, or local only. So when we say unique, it is a one of a kind. In Tagalog, it is a kakaiba. This type of minority language only exists in one state. It only exists in a one particular state or area. So the next one is non-unique. The non-unique, it is the minority which is existing in two or more states or area. So the third one is local only. This local minority, it is existing in a particular area, particular local only. So the next topic is, what is bilingualism? When we say bilingualism, it is the ability to use two language. From the word bi, which is two, this bilingualism is the ability of a particular person who is using two languages. And the last one is, what is social bilingualism? From the word social, which refers to the society, and bilingualism, which refers to the use of two languages. Therefore, this social bilingualism is the societal contact among individuals in which they can learn and earn the language that they only. So that is our group activity. So as a leader, the last task that was Ma'am Gabriela given to us is the impression about your group. So as a leader, I can say that I am so very thankful enough for my group mates, because they are so very participative. They are so very active in passing their individual tasks. So the impression, or as a leader, I am so very impressed enough to my group members. So all I can say is that thank you for your cooperation. I hope that I was doing my best, and I hope that I am also being a good leader to you. So once again, good day and God bless.